Of course. Thanks. All right, so UW-Whitewater, we have Tyler Holte on my left, Max Meylor, quarterback in the center, and Justin Allen, defensive end on the right. Max, we'll start with you offensively. Seemed like it was kind of the passing game in the first half and then transition to the running game. Was that the plan, or was that just kind of an adjustment?
That's just how the game flowed. We could run and pass on first half, but we had some big plays passing. We just kind of ran with it, and then second half, with their big boys up front, we want to tire them out, keep their offense off the field, and that's what we did.
Thank you. Tyler, go to you next. A couple of big touchdown catches in the first half there. What were you seeing in their secondary, and how were you able to make a couple big plays there?
All week we were practicing them being like cover 3, and then they came out in cover 2, and we hit that same exact play that I scored on the practice yesterday. And they just opened up in cover 2 and just split, and it was just wide open. And the other touchdown that I scored, it was basically just man-to-man coverage, me against the safety, and just beat them.
Thank you. Justin, we'll go to the defense. Big game for you guys, especially in the second half. I'm not sure they scored in the second half, so talk about that, what adjustments you made at halftime to keep them off the board there in the last 30 minutes.
Well, our defense normally operates around cover 4, but they were getting a lot of quick passing, getting a lot of quick slants off in the first quarter.
Mm-hmm.
So we made the adjustment to switch coverages, and they were allowed our DBs or our safeties to be able to get better coverage on them. It gave us more time to be able to make plays without the first drive where they were in a lot of just quick passes. We were able to get work our game on the D line to get to the QB. And then around halftime, we only made one adjustment to our cover 4, and then we stuck to that the entire game. And then we were starting to rattle the QB a lot. He's not used to getting hit a lot, so with him being stuck in the pocket more, us being able to make plays, he was starting to get nervous, and they eventually just folded.
Thank you. Go ahead, Pat.
So with them, basically being pass all the time, how does that affect you guys up front, especially knowing that they're probably not running the ball?
Well, they came out and surprised us in the first drive. They ran the ball a few times.
Yeah.
They ran some plays we didn't even expect them to run at all. Caught us off guard, and we just made some adjustments. And then as D linemen, we try to feel out normally what we're getting from them. We can tell the differences in their stance and stuff. So we were able to see if they're where their weight was leaning, if they're going to run or they're going to pass more, allow us to go faster. We'd switch and we switch our feet up in our stances, make it more narrow to get off the ball better in case they're getting over for a pass and stuff. And just those little adjustments just make a big enough of a difference to allow us to get the edge.
I guess last week you guys had 9 sacks on the defensive side of things. This week you guys have 6. How big is it to kind of get some of those pressures and kind of get some force Central to punt on and there's a turnover on one of the other drives to kind of get you guys scoring a little bit, get the offense back on the field?
A lot of these teams, they rely on their offense to be the ones to pick them up. They a lot of high scoring games, a lot of yards. So when we're able to get plays like that to put them in situations they're not comfortable with, and then we're able to finish those plays and finish the drives, force them to punt, get turnovers. Our offense is just coming off hot, and their defense isn't used to being the ones that have to step up and be the players that have to turn the game around, and it allows our offense to work even better.
What's it feel like to throw a touchdown pass, run for a touchdown, catch a touchdown pass in the same game? We'll just give you the
you
we'll
couldn't
give
get
you the easy
that
one.
punt down at the 1-yard line. Work on that.
Yeah, I know. I got to work on that. No, it was good. I mean, I hope teams have to respect the run and pass with me, and just be able to go out there and with the O-line working like that, they can't just dial in on running backs. So, really, I mean, it was great.
Yeah.
I was just happy to see that Philly special hasn't been overplayed yet. People are still using it successfully.
yeah, that was a fun one. We had that dialed up this week, and time came for it, and we executed.
Do you have your own nickname for is it going to just be the Warhawk special, or is it going to be?
That's up to Coach Jennings. He can figure it out down the road.
Talk about how big the offensive line was for you guys. It looked like you were wearing them down in the second half, and you were opening up a lot of big holes. for the
Yeah.
Dogs.
Yeah, we knew this offense was top notch, so just able to run the ball and keep them off the field. And this has happened many games this year where we can just run the ball, take the clock down, and that's what we pride ourselves here at Whitewater.
And let me just ask about, get your take on Alex Pete's performance today too. What's it like to have, knowing that he's back there and able to just carry you guys and finish that stuff off in the fourth quarter like that?
Yep, he's a complete back. He deserves every accolade, every snap. The guy's the real deal. Just be able to watch him work. I mean, the O-line and him it's platinum. Like, these guys, they are top notch, and just to watch him, it takes a lot off my plate, and it takes a lot off Coach Jennings' plate too.
Right, because it's one thing to do that against DePaul last week, but it's something different, I think, to do it in the National Quarterfinals this week, right?
Yeah,
What you did.
against lacrosse, there's times where it's a top-notch team, and we had to run the ball, and we did. I mean, this has happened multiple times this year, where if we had to do it, we'll do it.
You've been around long enough to learn this, but I think, a casual onlooker would not have the patience during a little bit of a first half that's tight that you guys obviously have, and just wait for it to come our way, because it will, I think, is what's in the back of your minds now. You could all talk about that.
Yeah, I mean, with our offense, we can do both pass and rush, and we just got to figure out what they're doing and how to
And your
exploit-
line's gonna wear them down too if you
Exactly,
give them
exactly.
enough time.
Yeah, just to exploit them when we got the chance, and it's wonderful to see us click on all phases.
Other questions for the?
Tyler, were you jealous that you didn't get to throw that pass?
No, never jealous. Never jealous. Always very happy with all the guys.
Would you have put a little more zip on it maybe?
I don't know. I threw a pass to Coach Jennings in practice this week, and he said, that wasn't too good. I don't know if we'll be using it next year. So
You didn't win the tryout there.
no, I didn't.
Oh, I didn't.
Anything else for these guys?
No.
All right, thank you.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you, guys. On to the next.